Holy moly. This is the first bop or flop or of the year. I know I've been giving all the shit I've been reviewing, all the games I've been playing, I've been giving them bop or flop ratings. But this is the first real bop or flop that I am doing. And we all know the title. I played the game and I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Even though I played the game, I did watch videos to understand the lore because I'm not gonna lie, you guys can clearly tell by my Secret of the Mimic video, I was playing the game till 3 in the morning. There was parts where I just got straight up exhausted. I was so determined to just beat the game that I beat the game in the I got the bad ending of the game. You know what I mean? I didn't get the good ending, I got the bad ending. But after watching all the other versions of the ending, watching explain videos about the game, just diving more into the lore, I want to give my thoughts about the game. And I'm not going to lie to you boys. I will say this with a straight face. Secret of the Mimic is not a Poppy Playtime wannabe game. It's not. The people that go around with this narrative of, oh my god, Secret of the Mimic is just like Poppy Playtime. No, it's not. It's not. In my personal opinion, just because they're in the same format, don't make them the same game. That's like calling Liza P in Elden Ring the same game. That's like calling Street Fighters and Tekken the same game. Like, just because they're the same style and same category of game doesn't mean they're the exact same. They're not. They're just a part of that genre of games. So I just want to get that out of the way. And it's no disrespect to Poppy Playtime, no disrespect to Fnaf. You guys already know where I stand when it comes between Poppy Playtime versus Fnaf. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna keep it a book. Chapter 3 of Poppy Playtime, in my opinion, is still better than anything Fnaf has ever dropped. I don't think there's going to be a game or even a future Poppy chapter that's going to top Chapter 3 of Poppy Playtime. It was just too damn good. But Secret of the Mimic, way better than Chapter 4 of Poppy Playtime. So let's get that out of the way. And one thing I also want to get out of the way is this game better than Security Breach? In my opinion, it is. Even though Security Breach was their first attempt at a game style like this, it failed miserably in my opinion. The open world wasn't really an open world. You couldn't really explore anything in that map. You only could go to areas where you needed to progress the story. You couldn't do a side quest, so you couldn't go and do something else. You had to just stick on the same path. The open world of Security Breach was just terrible. I didn't like the map. I didn't like the story. I thought Gregory was a little piece of shit. I would have curb stomped him. So with Secret of the Mimic, I mess with it way more visually. I think am I going to say it looks better? No, the two games look the same. But where they're at, I will say I enjoy Secret of the Mimic setting and theme way more than I enjoyed the theme and setting of Security Breach. I like how it's more dark, how it's more like eerie in a warehouse full of animatronics and full of costumes and suits and this and that and the third. Where in Security Breach, it's so bright, it's so colorful to the point where you don't feel scared. You're in a bright environment. You're not really scared until the scariest moment of Security Breach was when you was going against the moon. In my opinion, I forgot his name. Fake fan alert. But that was my scariest moment because it was so dark and you didn't know what was gonna happen. He was all around you, but you didn't know where. It was oh my god, it was so good. That was the best part about that game. But Secret of the Mimic, it really narrows down on that, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed being in the dark, gloomy area. I enjoyed the colorfulness of some of the parts, like the Foxy Pirate Co show. That was pretty dope. When the very beginning of the game, when you walk in and Helpy, I think that's his name. God forgive me if I'm wrong, but when it does the opening show and shows you all these different animatronics. I thought that was very unique. I liked it. But this game, in my opinion, even though I enjoy it more than Security Breach, it still has its like stinky moments. In my opinion, the game goes on for way too long. And that might be crazy to say for a game that's only like 3 hours, 4 hours max. It feels like it goes way too long. Like here's the thing. I enjoyed the Foxy pirate show, but it went on for way too long. It didn't progress the story at all. It was just a filler, in my opinion. You could have took that part out of the game, and the game would have still felt the same. The game would have still went the same. That part was straight up filler, and nobody can tell me otherwise. And then another part that I felt was truly filler, just a waste of time, was, I forgot his name, but it's when you're doing the little prize games and you got to get the prize ticket. That was a huge waste of time. That was a waste of time where it didn't. And here's the thing: it's not like each challenge got difficult. If it was okay, you do the simple challenge. Okay, you didn't get the spin, so now you have to do another challenge, and it got more difficult. That's why it takes so long to beat. Then you know what? I'm fine with that because the difficultness of it's increasing the longer it goes. But no, it's basically the same shit. 2 out of the 3 games are literally the exact same. All of them involve hitting targets, and that's it. And it's not like hitting 25 in a minute is hard. No, you hit that in like literally halfway through the time. So that whole part, in my opinion, was a huge waste. I didn't enjoy that part at all. And there were just multiple occasions where the game just felt like it was just taking forever. There was, in my opinion, there was so much it was just a mad burger at times, to the point where I'm like, what are we even doing here? And this is my biggest point. And this is my biggest thing that I do not like. And I saw a lot of people debating about this. And this is one of the big elephants. And I didn't want to talk about it at the very beginning, but I want to talk about it now. Edwin. Edwin makes no fucking sense. I'm not, I know, and there's a lot of people on Twitter that was like, oh my god, so Fnaf adds a new character and everyone's just shitting on it. Like, do you not want the game to progress? Do you not want the lore to get like, well, what are we doing here? Oh, what's so wrong? The issue with Edwin isn't that they're adding a new character. Is that Edwin is literally the guy who made everything. And we're now just finding out about him? How long has this franchise been going for? 12 years? And we're now hearing him. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, I didn't read none of the books. If he was in the book, he's in the book. But he was never mentioned in the game at all. Out of every single game that's been published by the FNAF, Edwin has never been mentioned, never been hinted, never been teased, never been like, oh, you remember, oh, don't bring him up. Nothing like that. Nothing of Edwin's existence has ever been brought up. And we're talking about the games. So if he was brought up in the books, you can keep that way. Please remember what Scott Cawthon said. The books, the games, and the movies, separate things. They don't go with each other. They're all separate. So we got to remember that. So we ain't pulling no goddamn, well, in the books. No, fuck the books. We talking about the games. Edwin made absolutely no sense. Because this whole time, I'm gonna say me. For me, it was always William Afton and Henry. That's it. It was William Henry. That's it. But now you're telling me there's a third guy named Edwin? and he's actually the guy who created all this, and the whole point of Secret of the Mimic is to be Secret of the Mimics. This I'm spoiling it. Secret of the Mimic is basically a robbing game. All we're doing is destroying this man's animatronics, and then we're robbing him of all his blueprints and all his other ideas. That's exactly what the game is. You are breaking into his warehouse or facility. You're one by one destroying his animatronics. And then at the very end, you steal his blueprints. You mug this motherfucker. And then you die. William and Henry kill you at the very end. They don't kill you, but the animatronic that they had after you kills you, the mimic. So it's like, bro, what are we doing? What, like, I don't understand. If Edwin was so important and he was on the level of a William Afton and a Henry, then why was he never teased at all in the games? And this is my biggest issue with Fnaf, is that the lore makes no fucking sense. The lore is such a clusterfuck that it makes no sense. And at this point, they're just doing bullshit. At this point, they just throwing shit at the wall. And I'm not even going to say them. It's Scott Compton. He is, I don't know what he does with FNAF and all this, but when it comes to writing and it comes to exploring the lore and explaining it, he gives us more questions than answers. We don't know Jack Diddley. We don't know Jack Diddley. Like, especially with Security Breach. Like, to this day, we still don't know nothing about Gregory. Who's Gregory? Who's the new owner of the Fazbear? Who, like, you know what I mean? Like, who is doing this? Like, we have more questions than answers. And at this point, we are 12 years into this franchise, and we still don't have a clear story. And that is embarrassing. And that's why I prefer Poppy Playtime over FNAF. Because when they release their games, when they release their little videos on YouTube, when they release whatever, it all correlates with each other. And some of the media that they release explains some of the hidden details that you didn't see in the games. And that's what I really appreciate about Poppy Playtime, is that they will give you questions and then answer them. They will let you figure out the answers. And then they will let you figure out the answers, and then the next game confirm those answers. It's like, bro, FNAF doesn't do that. FNAF is the complete opposite. They will throw all this stuff at you and never, ever answer anything. To the point where the timeline and the lore is so everywhere, and it's so scattered, and it's so all over the place, to the point where you're like, what's even going on? What are we doing? Like, what is the point of this? Like, well, truly, what is the point of this? Like, I like Secret of the Mimic. I think it's a great game. I fuck with it. But the story doesn't make Jack Diddley. It's like, here's the thing. We had it. We had a cool story with William and Henry. Yeah, if you wanted to do a prequel of FNAF, and you wanted to make a game where it's the backstory of FNAF, I felt like it would have been more better to have something about William and Henry's relationship just digressing. But no. What is it? Henry and William decides to just straight up mug this motherfucker? Like, they just straight up villains? Is that what's happening? But is that what's happening? William and Henry are just straight up monsters in this game, to the point where they send one of their employees to go and break into this guy's warehouse, destroy. He doesn't do it purposely. We don't try to do it on purpose. It's self-defense, but we wind up destroying this guy's whole thing. And then we rob him. And it's like, if this guy is the creator of everything, and he made this, and he made that, he made Chica, he made Freddy, he made Foxy, if he is the guy who made it all, why was he never mentioned? Why was it never teased of a third man? Why was this and that and the third? If this now adds so much to it, because even in Secret of the Mimic, you can see some of like I forgot the name, but the black and white kitty cat or tiger, whatever it is, you can literally see there's a dead fucking body in there. There's a corpse in that mascot. And it's like, bro, so was Edwin also a monster? Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't understand the story. It gives us so much like what, and not okay. It doesn't answer anything. This game doesn't give an answer on anything. If anything, this game makes okay, because everyone knows William Afton's a piece of shit. We all know that, but it makes him look more of a bad guy, and it makes Henry look like a bad guy. When for years people thought of Henry as the better good than William. Like, what are we doing? So we have William and Henry just becoming two deviant gangsters, breaking into people's warehouses, breaking their shit, mugging their blueprints, stealing their IPs, and making profits. And it's like, what? Like, if Edwin was so important, why wasn't he brought up? And that's the thing that a lot of these people on the internet or whatever do not understand. Is that it's not like Edwin was just a side character. It's not like he was a side character that got brought up and people like, oh my god, why are they bringing in new people? No, he is literally more important than every fucking Fnaf character in the lore. He is literally more important than William and Henry. He is the fucking key to everything. And he gets brought up in a fucking prequel. He never gets brought up in any of the games. He never gets brought up in any of the books. No, I'm a liar. I think he was in the books, but I'm not sure. But he just never gets brought up at all in the games. Out of 12 years of making games, he's never been teased or mentioned. What are we doing? And that's why I truly feel like I'm being so honest when I say this. When it comes to FNAF, the lore is fucking garbage because it's so all over the place to the point where it's like, what are we doing at this point? Like we have so like we still don't know who the crying child is. We still don't. Well, we do. We still don't know who's Golden Freddy. We still don't know all the identities to the animatronics. We still don't know what's Gregory's role. We still don't know about the pizzeria stuff underneath security week. Now it's like more questions that need to be answered from Secret of the Mimic. Like, bro, it's so like, oh my god. It's like they don't answer anything. Scott Cawthon writes like he's just fucking lowballing, bro. He literally produces stuff that's just straight like, okay, you know, it'd be cool. Like, what if we just had a third guy who's like the most important character in the lore and actually instead of William and Henry creating the animatronics and working together on it, let's say they basically robbed a third scientist and whatever, and created all his stuff, like stole everything from him. You know, I think that would be mad dope. You know, like, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? That makes no sense. What are we doing, bro? I don't know. Secret of the Mimic, the Edwin shit, in my opinion, was dumb. And I think it was just Scott Cawthon throwing shit at the wall. But even though the game does feel stretched out at points, even though it's a 4-hour game max, and that's the thing. That's another point that I want to bring up. The game is only 4 hours long. It's a $40 game. And it's only 4 hours. Max. 3 hours if you don't fuck up. So it's like, bro, I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't. $40 for Secret of the Mimic is outrageous. I think the game is literally a $20 game. You can get a $20 game on Steam and It will literally give you more hours to play than Secret of the Mimic. They need, I swear to God, if they make a new game in however long they make their next game, if it's gonna be $40, that shit better be a 10-hour game, bro. Because there's no reason why. There's no reason why you're charging nearly full price for a new game and you're only playing a few hours. Like, bro, it's not even a game that you can play for a whole stream. That's how short the game is. And it's a story mode game. Like, come on, bro. I don't know. You're just like, bro, it sounds like I'm shitting on the game, but I'm really not trying to shit on the game. It's just these are the critiques about it. And these are my personal like is about the game. I think the game is cool. I like the game. I thought it was a fun to play through. But when it comes to the lore, when it comes to the story, I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb, and I think this is hands down the best FNAF game, in my opinion. But when it comes to the story progression and all that, it's the dumbest fucking one. Because it added a character that should have been mentioned a long time ago. This game should have been it should have been led up. But no, it was just a hair. That's all this game was. So bop or flop? I'll give it a bop. But I won't give it a high bop. It's not a low bop. It's just a bop. It's there. Here's the thing. If you want to play this game when it goes on sale, buy it. It's worth it. But if you want to get it right now, I'm not going to lie to you, don't spend $40 on this game. It's truly not worth 40. Wait for it to get on sale. Watch your YouTubers play it and enjoy that. I don't think FNAF being I think it costs too much. And I feel like if you're a diehard fan and you want it that bad, you know what? Fuck it. Go buy it. Go spend the 40. But if I was you, I'll wait till the game goes on sale, then buy the game. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is a 22-minute yap sesh. I had to get it out. I had to get this out of me. So from me to you, toodles everybody. Oh my God, like Jack Black's on the green train, like bro.